Welcome back to For Such a Time as This, the place where there is no such thing as a silent witness. We'll continue our four-part series. I think it's four-part at this point. Four-part series about Lindsay Clancy, the 36-year-old mother who murdered her children on January 24th of 2023. If you were here last time, you saw I started dissecting a conversation between Megyn Kelly and Dr. Drew. Verse, for you formed me, my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm of David, Psalm 139. Now, before I go any further, I do want to bring in the view of Dr. Drew. First, Megyn Kelly, she seems to, from what I can gather, she seems to be pro-life in a sense to where she recognizes that abortion ends a life. Not so with Dr. Drew. Look at the screen. And MTV's 2010 abortion special, No Easy Decision, Dr. Drew Pinsky described abortion as one of the three viable responses to an unintended pregnancy, along with parenting and adoption, and called it one of the safest and most common medical procedures in the United States. Abortion rights advocates praised the program's approach, MTV, at the time. That was 2010. But even more recently, in 2024, on his show, Ask Dr. Drew, the conversation, he said this: I've been fighting the right most of my career. I've been a moderate forever. He specifically mentioned battles with the right over abortion and the Supreme Court as an example. So he is pro-choice, unabashedly proud of that position. But here's what I want to expose. How can you be pro-choice or pro-abortion, let's put it that way, pro-abortion, and then weigh in on the Lindsay Clancy case the way he does? I'm going to show you a clip in which he seems to he does. He says that, very few women hurt their children. Really? And look at the attitude in which he approaches motherhood, and look at the view he has on children. This is our culture. Watch.
Oh, people showing their little children, their babies, and the captions on the screen read, "Same, me too, Lindsay." Your thoughts on it, Doc?
I mean, it's mind-boggling that they would think that identifying with that is something that should be expressed publicly. But they're getting at two things, it seems to me. One is the fact that to have thoughts of harming a baby is not uncommon, believe it or not. But you're right, no one does it. But it's always something that women have, it's out of the shadows now with this case. And so women are like, maybe I'm not such a horrible person because I had that thought. That's one thing. But on the other side, they seem to be wanting acknowledgement for how stressful and difficult mothering is, which it is. It's a tough job, and only mothers can do it when there is a mom involved. The child wants mom a lot. And yeah, it's tough. It's probably also tough for your spouse to keep everything together and support it and moving things forward and making sure you're okay. It's hard to raise kids. And maybe we need to help people understand that. And also there's another feature in here that I wanted to bring up, which is this country does not do well with ordinary misery. Ordinary misery is good. It's how we develop and strengthen and develop grit. When Dr. Freud arrived in this country, I like telling the story, the reporters came to him and said, what do you hope to understand here in this country? He said, well, ultimately, I hope to understand the difference between serious mental illness and ordinary misery.
People can think about, mothers think about hurting their children, but no one ever does. Again, how can you be pro-abortion and make those statements? I don't get it. And then he says, many women think of those things, harming their children, and they can have a thought to where, well, I'm not the only one who thinks about hurting my child, so maybe I'm not such a horrible person. Yes, you are. You're a horrible person. You are. Any man or woman who thinks about harming their own child, you're a horrible person. You are exactly what the Bible says you are. You are a sinner whose very nature is corrupt and evil. You are. You are. Any mother who thinks about harming their children, I say horrible person. Even if you fall in your thought life, doesn't necessarily make you a horrible person. But I think by nature, you're a horrible person. But yes, thinking about harming your child, that is a horrible, evil thought. Yes, it is. Most definitely. But look at his demeanor. Mothering is hard work. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. It is so hard. Listen, I have 3 adult children. Is it hard, or was it hard? Many moons ago, when I can remember, the child starts crying at 2 o'clock in the morning. You have to get up and help. Is it hard when you change diapers, or when you come home and lamps are broken and walls have coloring all on the wall and you got to paint it? Yes, but that's not what I remember. That is not what I remember from raising my children. I don't think of those things. I think of the first time they took a step, first time they spoke. I remember the first time I saw them go out and play basketball and football and make a good play. I remember their birthday parties. Now I remember their weddings, the birth of their own children. I don't even remember the difficult times because in my mind, children are not burdens, they're blessings. But to the world, that is what they think of children. That is why they can kill them. It is extreme selfishness and self-centeredness. And then his mindset, misery is good. Really? Misery is not good. Can I grow from misery? Yes. But what is the Bible's view on misery? One day he will wipe away every tear and there will be no more misery. Misery is a result of the fall. But again, look at Dr. Drew's mindset. I've got 2 more videos that's going to expose to the Christian world how the world thinks of children and the hypocrisy of saying that what Lindsay Clancy did with her 3 born children is complete hypocrisy if you embrace abortion and the killing of children in the womb. My stance is the only difference is a few more months. Let the child who's aborted at 30 weeks, let him develop and be born. It's only what, 12 more weeks at the most? The utter hypocrisy and the utter evil that is portrayed by the world and their views towards children. Until next time.